Sri Mata Saranam Mama, Om Sri Aravinda Saranam Mama. Very few in the ashram are conscious of their egocentricity. Very dangerous thing. Coming in almost in 10,000 forms. It is not only surrounding the people who are staying outside or who are in the state of the ordinary consciousness. It is also affecting the people who are staying in the ashram. I mean, in Sri Aurobindo Ashram, Pondicherry, how Sri Aurobindo has explained. So far we are concerned, Mother says, if nothing pleasant to be said about the ashram, if nothing pleasant to be said about the ashram, keep silent. For you must know, silence is the faithfulness in the divine's word. So we are not focusing more on the ashram life, ashram surrounding, but thing is that we are focusing upon what Sri Aurobindo has explained. Not many people are there, and few of them, very few of them are conscious of their egocentricity, because you don't know in which form it is really coming to you, how it is affecting. You are not at all conscious of these things. So, here in the course, very few people in the ashram are conscious of their egocentricity. Few are conscious. What about the rest? We don't mind upon them, because really speaking, truly speaking, with the grace and protection only that can be judged, remarked, analyzed, and maybe rejected later. But thing is that very difficult to recognize how it is coming, from where, when it is coming, and how it is affecting. Very difficult. They are all egocentric and they don't realize their egocentricity. So for that, actually, it is better whenever two things really affects in the ashram atmosphere, especially during the darshan. Almost every time you can find people are moving around here and there. These guests are coming, visitors are having their pranam darshan in the ashram. It is a regular phenomenon. And Pondicherry in the, in the tourism list. But thing is that during the darshan, actually, honestly speaking, these ashramites are forbidden to come out and meet the people who are darshanites, visitors in the ashram, because their consciousness actually gets affected. And simultaneously, you can find there is also egocentrism. You are moving to the ashram, outsiders are coming to the ashram with a very good will. That ashram is saying something like this, means this ashramites will be having something different posture. They will be having something different mentality, their lifestyle and all. Of course, they have. It does not mean that like this. But their egocentricity is completely different from the rest of the world. Whenever you feel, you will feel hurt that the people, they are devoid of everything, left everything, they have come here in order to devote their entire life in the service of the Supreme. Still, then how this egocentricity is coming? Because they are in the another consciousness. They are in the, everything is acting in the another level of consciousness. You don't know. So better for them, as they are forbidden to meet you, you must not be anxious to meet them also. And Sri Aurobindo course, even in their sadhana, the I is always there. Even under the direct influence and the direct guidance of the Mother and Sri Aurobindo, we can find that great, during their sadhana, in their sadhana, you can find a greater touch of I. Greater touch of I, it is always there. My sadhana, my progress, my everything. So, I, my, you can find everywhere. Wherever you go, wherever you turn, wherever you gaze around. My sadhana, my progress, and my everything. And the centricity, egocentricity, that center is surrounding, center, we are centering around I. The remedy is to think constantly. How can we get rid of this nonsense procedure like egocentricity? That good phrase you are using, egocentricity, is nothing but a nonsense word. It is me. It is everything clusters around me. I am at the center. I. That's Capital I is at the center. And their voices and versions will be different. My sadhana, my progress, my everything and all. So if you feel it is there, existing well, you can't get rid of your all these bondage by your means procedure, your thought. Then what is the remedy? The remedy is to think constantly of the divine, constantly, consistently. You have to think of the divine, not of oneself. To work, to act, to sadhana, to do sadhana for the divine. That is what the procedure. Think of the divine, surrender, get open, aspire. You think whatever you are doing, that is for the divine, not for oneself. To work, to act, to do the sadhana for the divine, not to consider how this or affects me personally. Not the claim of anything, not to claim of everything, but to refer all to the divine. Everything, whatever is being done, that idea must be there in you, that whatever is being done, this is for the best of me, only for me, and nothing without me, not without the divine. So whatever I am doing, my offering, everything towards the divine, not to please myself, nor to please others, only to please the divine. That is what the egocentric attitude you must think. Then it is there not only in you are staying outside or something. It is this type of things you can expect everywhere. Aurobindo categorically and characteristically, specifically he has mentioned. You can find more of this I and mine. This I-ness and mine-ness, it is well found in most of the ashrama. It is bearing a few. A few are actually they are liberated from this. And again, Sri Aurobindo goes forward. Without the liberation of psychic and the realization of the true self, these two are required. These two are required. One is the liberation of the psychic being, and the second is the realization of the true self. These two are a very essential factor. This ego can't go. Ego can't go. First, liberation of the psychic. Second, realization of the self. If you don't have these two factors, you can't get rid of the ego can't leave you, ego can't go, and both are necessary. These two factors, they are most essential, so both are necessary. Liberation come by loss of ego. How the this this burden is there. I am carrying a luggage. How shall I get rid of this luggage burden? Just simply you try to download it, try to throw it out so that you will be free. Like this, liberation will come only by the loss of ego and desire. Very interesting. Loss of ego and desire. To get rid of the ego, it is difficult. It's as difficult as to make a complete surrender. Both are difficult. You don't want to get rid of the ego, nor you are interested in going for the complete surrender. So both are equally harmful, equally strenuous. You can't get rid of ego, nor you can't get rid of desire. And the complete surrender is absolutely essential for that. You have to do it, you have to go that way. Both are difficult, you must take care. First, liberation comes by the loss of ego or desire. To get rid of his desire is equivalently as difficult as to make a complete surrender. Third, next one will go for the ego. However insistent it may be, one has to keep one's eye on it. Try to be very vigilant. You must try to keep your eye on it and say no to all the suggestions to that is position. It proves to be fruitless move. Keep an vigilant eye how it is coming, like a radar. It is actually sent. These soldiers are very much 24 hours alert, but thing is that they don't have the right power to identify when it is to get the information when it is coming. For that, actually radar will be there. It will actually give you information that everything is coming. Be alert, or unless otherwise you are alert, but actually you are not getting the proper information. Now works on this battle is not waged through sticks or through hands. That mutha punch. It is not like this. So people are sitting 10,000 kilometers from there and simply switching on, putting the switch, and this missile is going and targeting the target, hitting the target and coming. That is what is happening. So be updated, be conscious. That is what you must know. Be vigilant to know where it and how this ego is coming. That is what the requirement. It is only by constant quiet vigilance. That's what constant quiet vigilance. These are the essential factors, and increasing consciousness. That is that to be get out. Two things must be there: constant quiet vigilance, and the second, increasing consciousness. Otherwise, you are simply you are sitting but doing nothing. You are here to do. You are here giving your time, money, everything, even consciousness. But the thing is that you don't know how to go, what to do. So this is the factor, and for if it is not allowed to play, it conceals itself. See, somebody, everything it has got its duty. It has come for the purpose. Like psychic being, soul, deputed selves of the infinity. But thing is that it is simply sleeping behind the veil. It is doing something, but not so much vigilant, so much eye catching, because this mind, life, and body, they don't allow it to work as per the expectation. Conceals itself and takes subtle and deep, disguised form, not being allowed to do everything of its own in a very feasible manner, clear, crystal clear manner. It has to come out and it has to work. But thing is that not working as expected. Then we are going for the next step. The egoism is the instrument can be as dangerous and the more dangerous even the spiritual progress than the egoism of the doer. That somebody is doing in but remaining in ordinary consciousness, that ego exists. It is not leaving him because he is unaware, unconscious. So it is there, but thing is that more it is more dangerous, even more dangerous. Can dangerous or more dangerous? Where? The egoism of whom? The egoism of the instrument can be dangerous or more dangerous to spiritual progress than the egoism of the doer. If it is existing in the sadhaka or people who are pursuing this integral yogic process and claim to be instruments of the divine, the ego in them is dangerous or more, or even the more dangerous, you have to remember, than the egoism of the doer. The ego sense is contrary to the spiritual realization. If you feel ego should be there, let it be there. No, 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 not likely. Things don't go that way. So, ego sense is contrary to spiritual realization. There should be no big I. No big I. It is bad. It is not essential, needful. It has got absolutely no use, no place in, even not the small one. So, not big one or small one, it has got absolutely no need. You must take proper care of itself. Unless otherwise you are very conscious, very difficult to progress in sadhana. So, try to understand what really makes a halt for you. What actually stands as a resistance here that you have to take care. That is what the purpose of your preparation. That is for that actually you are here. And the steer up in the course categorically very interesting way about this ego steer up in the course and explains. Ego was the helper, ego is the bar. Once upon a time, it was the helper. Initially, you needed to come here, and it had the need to come. It was the helper, it was helping you. But thing is, after some time, you can find it is the bar. I was simply sleeping. I was an IS officer or a super class one officer. I was invited to your organization to chair over the organization. I mean to be president or something, managing trustee. After some time, maybe for your after the stipulated time as per your bylaw, it is gone. So some change has to take place. For that actually one new chairperson will come and you will be simply you have to keep quiet, you have to sit out. That time, no, 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 I don't want to stay there. I have got my job, I have got my burden or something, so I can't give you any time. But thing is that absolutely you have nothing to do. But thing is that ego that is hurt, ego that is hurt, it lets you do nothing. So for that actually you will be very conscious. It was a helper once upon a time, but it is a bar right now. slay the ego, learn to see and feel vastly and universally. As long as this ego is there, it will be very difficult for you to see and feel universally and vastly. This ego, let it go, and you will feel and see everything universally and vastly. Ego must go. Nobody is very vigilant to find it. Thank you. It is really a matter. Even it is not the matter of thanking or non-thanking, but thing is that it is very much prominent, very much proudly found even in most of the ashramites who are consciously doing the sadhana without knowing how and when and of course where it is coming from. It is a good time before passing on to the next phase. Be vigilant, be careful, and try to avoid this. Get rid of the ego. That is the best call from the master and the mother. Thanks.